So one of the things that we're working on now that's intended to come fully into its form in the spring release is a layer of integrational services, and this slide here kind of highlights the kind of aspects of bringing operations together with the range of the CRM headings that we've touched on. And it'll be configurable. It'll have an admin portal relating across to the entity mapping of the common data model that will be underpinning a lot of what we're going to be doing going forwards, facilitating, as you can see on the slide there, the data synchronization and hosting then a range of individual templates. Now, when I'm thinking templates, if you've watched the actual launch of Dynamics 365, they showed an example of a purpose-built end-to-end business process, and this is the one that they in effect highlighted, which was the taking a prospect, perhaps from within sales, and taking it all the way through into operations, fulfilling the actual sales order, fulfilling it, and then driving through to the actual cash phase. And it's kind of driving out, as you see, the priorities of bringing the whole process together, which of course we're looking for those time savers, that level of synergy, the real value that we can then bring to anybody utilizing Dynamics 365. This sort of activity, this business end-to-end process, we'll have to take on board, the role-based security that we have across all of our traditional thought-of applications, but now we have to be thinking as we go further and deeper into Dynamics 365, the wider piece around role security. But you can see here, we're starting to think, personas, what stages, what would they see during this end-to-end process, and this layer of integrational services that will start to surface as we proceed with the rollout of Dynamics 365. You'll get a closer entanglement across the board. So I wanted to make you aware that we're at the beginning of the journey on Dynamics 365, and we've got a long way to go to get to that particular point of the deeper synergies that we want. But this is the sort of thing that we're going to be providing. We're going to be providing a whole host of templates covering these purpose-built end-to-end business processes. What determines which ones we are providing? From what I understand from our R&D teams and the product teams, it's being driven by the natural sort of demand that we will get. So and I would imagine it's going to cover a host of the obvious before dealing with the more specific scenarios. And those specific scenarios for the short term will require, a partner or a development team to generate something in terms of a custom form. The breadth of it is also kind of interesting as well, because we're not just thinking of taking a process in terms of a single activity like I'm highlighting here in my top part of my slide from prospect to cash, but we're also thinking broader around, the product interactions, the account interactions as well. So how that master data is in effect relating to one another, how they're in effect connecting up to try and remove those duplications of activity and those duplications of process and transactional really I've already been thinking around.